Unexpected royal twist. Princess Leonor leaves Spain in silence. Spain wakes to routine. Flags on palaces. Guards at attention. The familiar hum of royal tradition. And then, silence. Leonor is gone. No speeches. No cameras. No farewell. Just an empty courtyard where a future queen once stood. Why would the heir to Spain's throne leave without a word? What force could move a princess to vanish from her homeland on the cusp of adulthood? This is not exile. This is not scandal. This is something deeper, a decision that echoes through centuries of royal duty. The story begins weeks before the silence. Invitations had gone out for official events in Madrid and Oviedo. Leonor had been seen smiling with her family, fulfilling her military training, preparing for the next step into public life. All signs pointed to stability, continuity, and a steady march toward the crown. Yet inside the palace walls, a different rhythm beat, quieter, more urgent. Those close to her noticed small changes first. Fewer public appearances, shorter speeches, eyes searching the distance as if weighing a private choice. Then came the reports from Copenhagen, whispers of meetings and private audiences with Queen Margrethe. Why Denmark? Why now? Every answered question raised another, creating a labyrinth of speculation. On the morning she left, staff expected a rehearsal for a ceremonial event. Instead, her apartments were bare. Personal effects, diaries, and gifts were gone. Only a handwritten note remained. Words of gratitude to her country, love to her family, and a pledge to return stronger. No date. No explanation. As this news broke, Spain held its breath. Social media exploded. Some feared abdication, others a clandestine engagement, still others a deliberate test of independence before taking on the full weight of the crown. Meanwhile, in Denmark, cameras caught a fleeting image of a young woman resembling Leonor stepping into a quiet royal chapel. Was it her? Was it a decoy? Curiosity loop after curiosity loop deepened the mystery. Royal historians point to precedent. Isabella II, Alfonso XIII, and even Juan Carlos had moments of retreat, voluntary or forced, before redefining their reigns. But never had a Spanish heir acted with such deliberate silence. That silence itself became a message, a rejection of spectacle, a reclaiming of private agency in a public life. Through the days that followed, the narrative shifted from shock to analysis. Why roses had been removed from her chambers. Why her schedule contained a blank week marked only private reflection. Why her sister Sophia appeared at events alone. Each clue felt like a breadcrumb leading to a hidden plan. Insiders describe a pivotal dinner at Zarzuela Palace, where Leonor reportedly asked her parents for space to breathe before destiny. She spoke of wanting to witness ordinary life, to understand her generation beyond palace gates, to meet people as a woman before meeting them as a queen. The king listened. The queen wept. The decision was made. No announcement. No public goodbye. Only action. This is the heartbeat of the story, not scandal but transformation. A young heir choosing silence over ceremony. A royal family testing the boundaries of tradition to prepare for a new era. And a country caught between anxiety and admiration as it watches its future queen carve her own path. In Copenhagen, sources say Leonor has been studying constitutional models, languages, and diplomatic protocols in a discreet program arranged by Queen Margrethe, a monarch famous for balancing duty and personal life. The setting is understated. No gilded halls, just quiet rooms, books, and mentors. Yet within that quiet lies the blueprint for Spain's next chapter. Back home, the silence has sparked something unexpected. Citizens are debating what they truly want from their monarchy, visibility or substance, ritual or authenticity. Even critics concede that Leonor's retreat has made her more human, more relatable. Supporters speak of a strategic pause, a way to prepare for the immense scrutiny that will come when she returns. Weeks stretch on. Occasional glimpses emerge. A photograph of her at a Nordic cultural event, a report of her volunteering incognito at a youth shelter, a rumored meeting with European climate leaders. Each sighting raises new questions and sustains the intrigue. And then, a letter arrives at Spanish media outlets. Written in her hand, addressed to the people, my silence was not absence. It was listening. I return soon. No royal seal, just her name. The effect is electric. Commentators call it the most modern gesture of any European heir. Young Spaniards flood social platforms with messages of support. The silence that began as shock ends as solidarity. The narrative closes where it began, a courtyard in Spain, once empty, now filled with anticipation. When she steps back onto Spanish soil, there is no parade, no trumpets, only applause from ordinary citizens and a quiet smile from a young woman who has chosen her own rhythm. This is the unexpected royal twist. Not a scandal but a statement. Not abdication but evolution. A princess who left Spain in silence to return as a leader on her own terms. And as the world watches, one question remains, pulling viewers to the edge of their seats even now: what will she do next?